Hello everyone, Johnny Hurricane here from GamersHeroes.com, and why don't you sit back, relax, and let me tell you what's to come in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Let's get started. Recently, we were lucky enough to be invited to a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Preview event, and we got to play the first two chapters of the game, and we're here to report back. And the game basically picks up right from the end of the last game. There is a recap, just in case you forgot, but yeah, it goes right from Midgar to this. And the first thing you do is get a flashback to Nibelheim. I'm not allowed to show any footage from that, so you're just going to have to try to either remember or imagine. You are still playing as Cloud, but it is a younger Cloud, fresh soldier Cloud actually, joined by former brother-in-arms, Sephiroth, and you guys are basically sent back to your hometown. You do run into Tifa as well, and she does still have the cowboy hat, and she guides you up to a reactor. On the way up there, you do face off with monsters and other obstacles that prevent you from, of course, just walking right up to the reactor. And you get a chance to play as Cloud, and basically, this will act as sort of a beginner's tutorial, refresher, if you will. So you learn how to play again, and if you want, you can actually play as Sephiroth in these battles, well, some of these battles at least. I don't really want to ruin too much of the story, so that's all I'm really going to get into with Nibelheim. A general refresher and a look at Cloud's past, that's what you get out of it. Now let's get out of the story stuff and let's move into what we really want to talk about, and that's the open world. The last game, you could say, was open world, but ultimately it was just Midgar and the slums. This is designed to be, open world's not the right word, it's open area, and it is a large open area. And right after you leave Calm, you gain access to the grasslands. And out here, you basically get to explore at your leisure. You get to go get a chocobo, and you get to use that. That can dig up treasure. You also get to find... Basically, I think of them like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where you'd find those islands that would have like, here's 3 chests, and they're kind of hidden, and you have to find the chests. They have those as well, so like loot caches. There's plenty of side quests, and everything is basically on the map, so you can see it color coordinated, like, hey, okay, green is the quest. Let's go do that side quest. So they're easy to spot. It's just that sometimes you have to find the way to get there. There's also a crafting system. Don't recall if that was in the last game or not, but being able to make potions when you need potions is always a good thing. Now let's talk about the chocobos. After all, who doesn't love a chocobo? I still remember Final Fantasy 15. I love to ride my chocobo all day. That's how I feel. And in this game, after you get your first chocobo, all you have to do is click the button, the Call Chocobo button. It'll appear behind you, hop on top of it, and you can go from there. They are fast. And they can also, as I said earlier, find treasure. Basically stick their noses in the air and give you a little line, you follow the line, dig up a burrow, find a gem or a potion or whatever they dig up. And they can also get through the swamps, which comes in handy as your main quest happens to be through the swamp. And if you don't feel like walking or riding your chocobo, the game does have fast travel. Basically, as long as you've been to a place and it's sort of an area that has a fast travel, like a town or certain quest areas or chocobo stops, you can fast travel to them and then just avoid walking altogether. While side quests on the map are easy to spot out in the open world like the grasslands, there's also the notice board, which you can just pick a ton of quests up from that. And of course, this will earn you more gil, but on top of that, it raises your party level and will occasionally get you rare gear or items. Speaking of side quests and side content, old Chadley returns, and yeah, he likes to talk. This time around, he's looking for world intel. This, like I was talking about getting those chests earlier from the caches, fighting certain mobs. He's basically looking for general information in the area, and he'll put a bunch of markers down, and you go and do those, and the world intel meter will fill up. Chadley will become happy, and you get a little currency where you can buy materia, basically. Some of the things he wants you to do is go out and find towers. When you find the towers, basically think of Ubisoft, and boom, you hit the tower, and then everything else sort of opens up, like, oh, there's a relic over there. Oh, there's a life spring over there. Oh, Chadley wants some intel on this rare monster over there. So this helps you find more of the spots to go, so you can get more world intel. So of course, you want to get the towers. Another one he wants you to find is the life springs. Cool thing about these is when you get close, sort of like, it reminds me of Ghost of Tsushima actually. A bird will fly by and try to lead you to the life spring. This will get you a lot of materials, a lot of crafting materials, and you'll also get to see these lovely crystals and lakes. And while Chadley does want you to go out and find stuff for him, he still has his combat simulator and is happy to throw a few enemies at you. And if you're feeling really bold, you can take on summon material such as Titan. And when you first get the opportunity to fight Titan, he will beat you down. He's very, very strong, and you're not very strong at that point. But if you can beat him, then you get to get him on your team. So the best way to do that is to look around for summoning crystals, take them out, weaken the summon, and then face it in combat and hopefully beat it and convince it to join you. Chadley also has much easier challenges as well if you just want to earn a little bit of extra gear or materia. Also, there are personal tutorials for the characters, which is helpful to learn how they work in combat. And before we wrap this up, we will also touch on Queen's Blood, which is one of the new main minigames in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is a card game. It's somewhat difficult to explain, but there are 3 lanes and you each take a turn placing a card. Basically, each card has a value, and I guess it's not that hard to explain. Whoever has more value at the end of the game and beats at least 2 of the 3 lanes wins. So you need to focus not only on winning on points, but winning 2 lanes as well. Generally, though, if you're winning on points, you're going to win your lane anyways, but sometimes it goes the other way. We are looking forward to checking out more of that in the main game. So after our 5 hours with the preview build, of course, we are fiending for more, our true epic adventure with Cloud and friends. The game, thankfully, is not too far away, the 29th of this month on the leap year. You'll be able to check it out then. And yeah, if you liked what you saw, got what you needed, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Later, Gators.
Hey, did you